Have you ever felt a deep fear of being forgotten? A quiet dread that if you're not constantly present, constantly talking, constantly proving your worth, you'll just disappear from someone's mind. We all crave a lasting psychological imprint, a space in someone's thoughts that belongs only to us. But this video isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about discovering a profound inner power that makes you unforgettable without even trying. It's about understanding that your value isn't measured by your noise, but by your presence. So, if you're ready to stop chasing attention and start commanding respect, stay with me, because what I am about to share will change the way you see yourself and how others see you, forever. What's the biggest mistake most of us make when we want someone to value us? We become too available. We reply to texts in seconds, clear our schedules at a moment's notice, and offer up our entire emotional world on a silver platter. We over-explain our feelings, we chase for validation, and we try to fill every silence with more words, more effort, more asterisk. But here's the paradox that most people never learn. The harder you try to hold on, the weaker you appear. Your constant availability doesn't signal love. It signals a lack of self-worth. Your emotional chasing doesn't create connection. It creates pressure. You're accidentally teaching people that your time, your energy, and your attention are cheap commodities. And in a world driven by desire, people don't value what's abundant. They value what is rare. This brings us to our first principle, controlled absence. The political strategist Machiavelli famously observed that people naturally desire what they cannot fully possess. It's the psychology of scarcity. Think about it. A limited edition item feels more valuable. A song you can't get out of your head is often one you only heard once. The same applies to human connection. When you are not always there, your absence creates a vacuum. This void isn't empty. It's filled with their thoughts about you. Your silence becomes a trigger for their curiosity. They start to wonder, what are they doing? What are they thinking? You're no longer just another notification on their screen. You've become a question in their mind. This isn't about playing hard to get, it's about being hard to forget. As the great Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius advised, don't advertise it. Let your value be discovered in your absence, not announced in your constant presence. Your controlled absence communicates that you have a life, you have purpose, and your world doesn't revolve around them. That is magnetic. Now, let's talk about the second principle, emotional balance. Predictability kills desire. If someone knows they can always get the same emotional reaction from you, whether it's constant warmth or predictable anger, the dynamic becomes stale. The key is to be a source of warmth without dependency, and to create distance without coldness. Imagine a campfire. You want to be close enough to feel its warmth, but not so close that you get burned. You are that fire. You offer genuine affection, kindness, and support when you are present. But you are not a 24/7 emotional support hotline. You have your own emotional center of gravity. This creates a fascinating push and pull. Your warmth makes them want to be near you, but your emotional independence means they can never take that warmth for granted. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that it's not events that disturb us, but our reactions to them. When you stop reacting to everything, you reclaim your power. You become an island of calm in their emotional storm, and people are always drawn to the one who remains steady when the waves get rough. This leads us to the third principle, quiet authority. True strength never has to announce itself. The loudest person in the room is often the most insecure. Think about the most powerful people you've ever met. They don't need to perform. Their presence is enough. They listen more than they speak. They move with a calm deliberation that says, I am in control of myself. This is quiet authority. It's the confidence that comes from deep self-knowledge and self-mastery. The Roman philosopher Seneca wrote that conquering yourself is the greatest victory. When you've faced your own demons, when you've disciplined your own mind, you radiate a calm that others can feel. You don't need to win arguments. You don't need to have the last word. Your calm confidence becomes an undeniable signal of high status. People subconsciously defer to those who are masters of their own inner world. You become a leader not by declaration, but by demonstration. You don't chase respect. Your very being commands it. Principle 4 is perhaps the most difficult, but also the most powerful. The calm exit. Psychologically, the pain of loss is often far greater than the pleasure of gain. We fear losing what we have more than we desire, what we don't. When a connection is no longer serving you, or when you are being taken for granted, the most powerful move is not a dramatic confrontation. It's not angry texts or tearful accusations. It is a calm, quiet exit. By removing yourself without drama, you leave a silence that speaks volumes. This silence is not a punishment, it is a statement of self-respect. It says, My peace is more important than this conflict. My dignity is not negotiable. You are not storming out. You are simply walking away toward your own self. In that moment, your absence becomes the ultimate proof of your value. They are left alone with the space you once occupied, forced to confront what they lost. A dramatic exit can be dismissed as emotional instability, but a calm exit, that is the signature of someone who knows their worth. And that brings us to our fifth principle, turning silence into power. We live in a world that is addicted to noise. Constant notifications, endless scrolling, the pressure to always have an opinion. In this chaotic landscape, silence has become a superpower. When you stop explaining, stop justifying, and stop needing to be heard, you create a mirror. Your silence forces other people to confront their own insecurities, their own expectations, and their own behavior. They can't fight with silence. They can't argue with it. It just asterisk is asterisk. It gives them nothing to push against, so they are left to reflect on themselves. This is the moment the dynamic truly shifts. When you stop desperately needing attention, you paradoxically start influencing. Your calm, detached presence becomes more compelling than any words you could ever say. Your silence communicates that you are the one in control not of them, but of yourself, which is the only control that truly matters. So, how do we apply this in our modern, hyper-connected lives? It's simpler than you think. First, stop replying instantly to every text and message. It's not a rule, but a practice. Give your responses time to breathe. This signals that you have a life outside your phone. Second, don't expose every detail of your life on social media or in conversation. Maintain a little mystery. Let people wonder. Be a book with a few missing pages. Third, be kind, but be selective with your time and energy. Let access to you be something that is earned, not given away freely. Your time is your most valuable asset. Treat it that way. This isn't about being manipulative. It's about setting healthy boundaries and demonstrating self-respect in a world that constantly asks you to give it all away. In the end, this isn't about revenge. It's not a game to make someone miss you. It's about building a fortress of inner dignity. It's about control, discipline, and virtue. Machiavelli might have called it power, but the Stoics would have called it by another name, wisdom. It's the profound understanding that the person who controls themselves controls everything. You become unforgettable not by clinging tighter, but by having the strength to let go, to be silent, and to honor your own worth above all else. Your value is not determined by someone else's attention, but by your own self-respect. If this message resonated with you, like this video and subscribe for more content on building inner strength. Share it with someone who is on a journey of rebuilding their power. Stay calm, stay disciplined, and let your silence speak loud.